Shane, perfect weekend here on the Gold Coast. Got to be happy with that.
Yeah, I'm stoked. It was a cool weekend and a good way to seal it up. A couple of gold surfboards, pretty awesome.
We don't often see too much emotion after a victory from you, but getting on the roof, I mean, what did today mean for you? Why was it different?
Yeah, I was flipping angry at that red flag, like how they let him keep the lead at the first chicane. I haven't analysed it yet, if he got a tap or he got off the brakes or whatever it is. I was angry, and after that restart, I was going through him or around him, and I went around him, which was good, and then just drove away. Like, my car was magic, and it's just relief to do it like that and do it properly.
How did you see the incident at that first chicane?
Well, I haven't analysed it yet, but in my view in the car, it felt like he got off the brake, but maybe he got a hit behind. I'm not sure, but he got a really good start, and we were side by side, and I had give him room to go around. But when I saw he took the straight, I took the apex. But then he just came out way in front instead of side by side. So it is what it is. We have this argument every year. I can't fix it. I just know I fixed it after the restart.
And the burnout, I mean, you did it in front of Scott. You were just saying to Tunners outside that was deliberate. I mean, run us through that moment.
I just can't get these things going in fifth gear. Fourth gear seems to be their limit. But, you just got to do good skids. I couldn't do one yesterday, so did one today. And, seeing Scotty up there and, a bit of encouragement from him. And he won a bit of money on me today, so hopefully he gives me some later.
And for yourself, heading into Adelaide, now you've wrapped up the driver's title. There's still a team's championship on the line.
I thought we won that now.
Is it one? It is? Yep, it's not. There we go. I got that one wrong. But now that's all sewed up. How do you go into Adelaide?
I want to win more races, so for sure we can go there as a celebration and have a good time. Celebrate Holden. That's going to mean a lot to our team and GM. So for sure we want to go out with a good result. These guys will be too. Everyone wants to be the last Holden winner, and the Ford guys probably want to spoil that. So I'll be there prepared, but also ready to party too. All
right, sounds good. I'll move on. Will, for yourself, Shane's touched on it. Run us through, I guess, how you saw, first up, what happened at the first chicane.
I haven't seen it yet. So, I definitely didn't get off the brake. I got a better start. Went pretty deep, was a bit ahead on turn-in. So I thought we'll just try and sneak around the outside there. And then I felt a little hit in the door on the side. So you're just heading towards this huge sausage curb, which breaks your car. So obviously, at the last second, had to have, got bumped into there. So I just steered right and just thought I'd wait and see what was said. So sort of thought I was in front on entry. Wasn't a big deal, but I was just avoiding going across and damaging my car, basically. So I'll have to look at it, though, to be honest. I tried to make the corner, but I sort of got pushed, so that's what I thought. So anyway, there's not too much more to it, but I knew they'd be looking at the vision, and I was just sort of waiting to see what they thought was fair.
And for yourself, you love racing here on the Goldie. It's the home race. Not to get that win after you had that lead. Frustrating? How are you feeling?
Ultimately, I've had a fair bit of time to let the steam settle. We were just not in the same race today on the restart, so in a different category speed-wise there. So, we maximised all we could.
It seemed like you lost a little grip when you came out. Did you feel that?
Definitely, grip was quite low on the restart. So, for me, and Shane was into me a few times as well. So once you slide the tyres, they slide even more. So that was it. I just did all I could. But as you saw, the gap he pulled straight away. I was maxed out, but unfortunately just didn't quite have the speed with the hot track today. We were definitely better yesterday than today. Lots to look at. The hot conditions didn't probably favour us today, but we've tried a heap of different stuff this weekend. We don't just roll out the same car. It's been an interesting weekend. We haven't stopped pushing, developing. So I have to thank the guys. We're running quite a foreign car this weekend in a way, and there's some good in it. And obviously today wasn't quite good enough, but happy to give the guys and girls a surfboard at the team.
And knowing that it is Holden's final ever event at Adelaide, how do you guys prepare for that, knowing that you're possibly the party spoilers? Do you change anything? Do you go in there throwing everything at it?
Of course, we've got absolutely nothing to lose now at all. It's the same today, though, so you just go the pace you've got, and Adelaide will be the same. It's a full glory race, really. We're all just going for it, but that's what we do every weekend anyway, so nothing's different. Of course, we're going there to win and go out on a high, and can't wait to get back there. It's an awesome event. We've had some great events leading into Bathurst for us, Sandown, New Zealand. We've had some really good race-winning speed, and these two were question marks anyway. Hence why we've tried some different stuff from just past years. And but yeah, Adelaide, I don't know. I think the car should be okay. New surface. There's a few unknowns there till we get there. So looking forward to it though. And of course, we'll be going all out.
All right, sounds good. I'll move on to Chaz. 2 surfboards this weekend. Happy with the results?
Yeah, much happy with the last race. I mean, Shane said yesterday he wanted to try and pull a 20-second gap on everyone, so I was pretty motivated in that race to make sure I kept it as little as possible. But yeah, obviously safety car come at the end and had a chance to have a crack at him, but he was bloody quick this weekend. So yeah, for us to come second after 2 P4 starting positions, pretty stoked with that. Yeah, it's on to Adelaide.
And for Adelaide, you found a lot of pace. Bathurst, obviously, you had it. This weekend, you've had it. Are you going to change anything, knowing that this is quite an emotional weekend, I guess, for Walkinshaw in a whole?
Oh, always changing things to try and close the gap and try and be faster. I mean, if we just run the same car all the time, we'd probably find ourselves going further and further back. So, yeah, we'll learn from this weekend. I think we made some good little inroads for a street track. But, saying that, I think we go to Adelaide, and I think it's a hard tyre event. So it's a fair bit different again from this soft tyre this weekend to that and what the car requires. So we'll just see what setup we roll out there and have a crack. It's good Adelaide's back on the calendar again. It's something that's definitely been missed. I'm glad we had this one up first. I feel like Adelaide, hopefully, depending what the weather's like, should be a little bit easier than what it was here for 250k races. It's around here was hard yakka, so glad the way the race panned out for me today. A little bit more cleaner air, breathing room as well, and was able to bring it back in P2.
And final one before I open it up, but for all three, that was pretty much the first time we've had the concrete canyon back, really, since COVID started. Did you notice any changes? I mean, was there anything muscle memory forgot? I mean, what was it like being back through a real street circuit?
For me, Friday was pretty eye-opening experience coming back to Gold Coast, and I'm sure everyone kind of felt like that. I think the biggest thing is how much the track evolves over the 3 days. So yeah, Friday, bouncing off the curbs and sliding around, it was like, wow, yeah, we definitely haven't been here for 3 years, and had to relearn it a little bit. But last sector has been resurfaced. That was pretty cool. Definitely changed the setups compared to where the team has previously been.
Exactly that. Like it's awesome, and to add to it, the fans and the atmosphere, like the last corner and seeing the grandstand, the hill fill on the inside, and yeah, street circuits are awesome. That's what we've missed in this championship really the last couple of years. So yeah, to have this, Clipsal and then Newcastle coming up, it's awesome time for us to finally go back to racing in the cities.
Will?
Yeah, exactly that.
All right, I'll open it up there to questions. Andrew, go first.
Shane, you've been quite vocal this weekend about tyre bundles and sensors and so forth. They played a big part in that huge crash today. I mean, any further things to add to that?
Oh, the accident today probably didn't contribute. I think the bundles are probably our best option. I just think it was a little bit frustrating, after the press conference, Will and Cam and myself thought we'd better do something. We were all complaining, and we all got the same problem. It wasn't a personal thing. And then Chaz joined in. We sort of had a 4-guy driver group, and yeah, every single driver signed a petition that the curbs aren't good enough and we need to do something. So it was frustrating that they didn't listen to us, but also at the same time, maybe I don't understand enough the FIA license rules and stuff like that. But yeah, we need we come back here year after year and it's the same stuff. So hopefully we can all sit down, be a bit calmer and thorough, and come up with something good for next time. So we don't talk about it or think about it when we're driving, we just send it.
So you'd be disappointed if you come back next year and it's all exactly the same?
Oh yeah.
Chaz, there was a bit of talk that you may have injured your shoulder in some way this morning, or it was sore. Was there anything in that?
Yeah, after qualifying, I popped my shoulder out, getting changed, so that wasn't ideal. But everything in the race felt pretty good. So, yeah, lucky we had our physio here and was able to take my shoulder and get on with it. But in the race car, it feels better than what it does out of it. So, heat and in that position feels pretty good. So probably should do it more often if it comes to these results.
So it actually came out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just second shoulder for me, so I did one in March if you really want to write that down too.
The same way.
Which helmet? Left one at the start of the year, right one at the end of the year. Just carrying the car. Big shoulders.
And just to go back to the tyre bundles, was there anything to add either from Will or Chaz? Because some of the drivers in the crash were quite vocal about the fact that that obviously had a major role in today's accident.
Well, I think, that's probably a bit of an emotional, comment. It's, tyre bundles are nothing new. So I think we all agreed that the tyre bundles are a good solution instead of the electronic sensor. That's what they're there for. And they're behind the sausage curb, which was also to try and preempt us using the curbs years ago, tyre bundle, sausage curb. So, they're all in place. I don't think there's an issue with the tyre bundles. But, of course, street tracks, they will cause an accident. If you don't abort, if you're coming into that chicane, you're coming in hot, you do have to realise you've got to possibly abort the last apex. So, part and parcel with street tracks. I don't really know that that's going to be getting rid of them will be the ultimate solution. But the sensors were, I don't know if anyone got bad sportsmanship flags then, but I think it's sort of nearly ignored in the race. So it should have been in qualifying, to be honest, the same.
Probably Shane and Will kill me, but I think the way Supercars handle it and finally listen to us, or at least have the opportunity to talk to Supercars about doing a track change so late in the piece, I thought was pretty good from them. In the previous years, I don't think there would even have been a possibility to sit with them. So there was a change to the track from the first chicane there. The first tyre bundle got moved back, which was the only real outcome Supercars could have done at the time, because their loops didn't have different stages in that they could turn off to make at least turn 2 curb better. But the last chicane was, they said that most of us that were skipping, they had vision that we were skipping. So I think it's a bit harsh on Supercars to say that they didn't do anything for us. They at least got some track difference moved, and I think that's a credit for them to actually hear us out. And hopefully that trust and more going forward, and talk about maybe a driver group and stuff like that to hear what the driver's opinion is more on track stuff, and that is really, I say congratulations to Supercars for at least listening to us and hearing us out, where they probably really don't need to, since they got so many other people telling them what's better from a track point of view other than the guys that drive it.
To be honest, we all left the meeting and we thought it was quite productive. It was a good, calm conversation. I think Shane said we're frustrated in the end because I think we took the right channel. I think it was, a good step forward. So I'm not sitting here shit canning the system. I think it was a good step forward, and we all had a good chat. Ultimately, in the short time, there wasn't a solution we could come up with. But as Chaz said, I definitely agree with what he said there. But unfortunately, we couldn't get a solution in the short time we needed.
Was there a particular solution that you guys had put forward, like an actual specific that you were chasing?
Switch them off.
Turn them off, especially the back straight. We all didn't think cutting the bundles too much was faster. You'd go too high and it would hurt you for later in the corner. So turn 2 though, there was not much of a solution there. Putting a bundle there was just really dangerous. But the back straight, they just said no. I guess they can't have people going flat through there and having a big shunt. So you kind of understand that, but it's a hard one.
All right, on that, congratulations, guys.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you in Adelaide.
Sweet.